Yo,
Welcome to VibeCheck episode 8.
baby. Hey, it's episode 9.
Episode 8.
Episode 9.
We're in the same things from last episode because we're filming both in the same city. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry.
So to get into it.
He's doing Ohio.
Yep. Is
Okay.
your plan meant to be?
That's the topic. We're not gonna waste your time. Right now we have 0 viewers, but
Get right into it.
they're gonna happen eventually. But everyone viewing right now, we don't want to keep you guys waiting, and we got TikTok Live going
I
on.
just want to say a quick appreciation for everybody watching this right now.
Oh, yeah.
You're dedicated. We love you, and go change the world with what you learned today.
Yeah,
We
because
appreciate
literally
it.
VibeCheck has been getting consistent views, and it seems that there's a decent amount of you guys that are taking value from it, which is very good.
So that means share it with your mommy, your daddy, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, all your loved ones.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, honestly, it'd probably be more monetarily beneficial, and growth more, like to post like more shorts or something. But the podcast, or like doing something more mainstream, but like the podcast, it's our way of feeling like we're some way giving back to the world with some
Absolutely.
sort of, hopefully with some value. So hopping right into this topic, is your plan meant to be? As like, we want to talk about. Sometimes, like, you think,
Oh, Jenna out here. Thank you so much.
thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, Jenna, so much. Jenna, I wanna subscribe to you. I'm gonna.
Did he send you a DM on social media?
Hey, I actually, in my analytics, I'll have the user who sent it. I can.
Awesome.
Hey, Jenna, I'm gonna find you and subscribe to you. Okay? Thank you so much for your
Appreciate
donations tonight. But yeah, so we're talking about, is your plan meant to be? So. Even in our own lives, we thought, okay, this is what we gotta do. We're already so deep into it.
Just imagining like Mr. Power Sales Manager over here.
Yeah, and then like Mr. Nurse.
Nurse over here.
Literally, I thought, I was like, okay, I have decent communication skills. I should be a salesman, and like go door to door. I was in sales, and you thought.
Oh yeah, I straight up thought I was gonna be like nursing. I want to do flight nursing, but they had me like on a geriatric unit with like a lot of old people and like cleaning up after them, and I was like, this ain't for me, bro.
Yeah.
This ain't me.
And it's kind of crazy because we were like, at some point when we see these dreams come to what, it's like an end. It's like, oh man, we have this like, it's like I feel like a loss. It's like, dude, what do I do now? Like I thought. So, I mean, you want to like lead in?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
First of all, I just wanted to say, did you know that's like a type of neglect for like your kids? Like you not achieving your truest potential or your dreams is like abuse in a way to your children. Just because they're looking up to you, like, oh, Dad, why didn't you fulfill your dreams? Like, well,
It's like,
isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like,
Cause it's kind of like, yo, like you gotta set that example
Yeah.
even for the kids.
Anyways, yeah, to like hop into this, like, is your plan meant to be? It's basically what we want to ask you guys. Like, if you've ever been through something where you're like, oh, this is exactly what I'm going to be doing, and like life just throws you for a loop, and like things don't happen the way you necessarily think they will, whether it be your choice or not, whether it be somebody from the outside influencing you to do something else, or a situation just didn't pan out the way you wanted it to. Is it meant to be for you? That's what we really want to get into, is like giving you peace, knowing that really all that matters is God's plan, is that you're following that, just knowing that you're on that right path. You know what I mean?
How do you know that? How do you know if you're following that?
How do you know that? It's a good question. So I would
We don't have the
say,
answer. Next.
like, none of us have that answer necessarily, but
Yeah.
the best way to do it is just like simply through prayer. Not to like turn this to a like religious podcast, but we do bring that up a lot, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. But really just like praying about it, and I feel like also when you pray about it, it's also like in a way manifesting what you truly want in your heart, because the only person that knows what you're praying about is you and God. And I think that's at your most vulnerable and most genuine point, and that's how you truly decide like what you want for yourself, and like if that aligns with God, and if you know that it's coming out of love and out of peace and out of just joy, then it's like purely you. And so I think whatever that means for you, whatever you feel, whenever you make decisions, if you have those feelings, that's making the right decision. So in my personal experience, like wanting to be a nurse, it just didn't like really pan out the way I wanted it to. I was like, doing clinicals like 12-hour days, like really in the hospital, like cleaning up after people. And what I really loved about it is really just the genuine connections that I was able to build with my patients and see the growth that I could like instill within them. But as soon as like they were good, they were just gone, and I never got to see that growth within them. And that's where I truly found my love. And so I think it all happened for a reason, is because I never would have known that I really loved, helping people in the first place in some sort of manner. It was the therapeutic communication that I really enjoyed, and that's exactly what I can do through motivational speaking, like life coaching, podcasts, and that's what I truly love to do. So really, it was like hard knowing that like it wasn't necessarily that like the fire kind of died with my passion in nursing, and therefore like really brought down my grades because I just lost like a lot of motivation.
Like out of your control, it was like taking away
it's like
from you,
I lost a lot of like motivation for it, especially like being in sales. I was like, I can make a lot more money. Like I thought like being a nurse, first of all, everything that we want in life, whether it be materialistic positions, anything like that.
Give more in the middle. If you're talking about this,
we don't really care about that necessarily. We care about the feelings that it's going to bring us. And I thought being a nurse would bring me a lot of fulfillment, a lot of security via income, just a lot of enjoyment. And it really didn't bring like 2 out of 3 of those. So I was like, I'm really like lacking right now. So I really had to like really dive in within myself and truly found what I wanted to do. So that's kind of how I found it for me. But how about yourself? How did you know you wanted to create videos?
I just want to emphasize one thing.
Yeah.
And I hope this is okay, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta tell them about like how close it was.
I mean, yeah, this is silly. I mean, like, I literally...
Like, you guys gotta hear this. Like, talk about God's plan, tell them.
Yeah, I mean, I would, like... It was so stupid. But, it made sense. But, so I'd, like, pull all-nighters all the time. Like, sometimes 3 or 4 nights in a row. A lot of caffeine. And just up in, like, the Kent State Student Library all the time. And it seemed like it was never enough for me. So that should have been number one thing that I knew freshman year. I was like, damn, I'm just being a lot more slow.
Thank you so much.
Yo, Jenna. Thank you so much. You're the best. We love you so much.
Jenna, you gotta stop.
You're the best. But yeah, I literally like failed by a point on like one of my finals, and it was just ridiculous. And I was going through a lot at that time too. Like I was going through like a breakup during that season. I was dealing with.
Did you just say you failed by a point?
I did.
Could we emphasize that? He failed by a point. 1 point, correct.
They say it's a failure, but
he did not pass. He was. If he got that 1 point, he would not be here right now in Los Angeles with me.
It's true.
We were roommates. He. I mean. It was just all. It would have been a completely different world. By 1
That's
point.
crazy.
1 point. 1 point.
And that's what we mean by God's plan. Like,
And we don't even know if he accidentally miscircled something. And then actually had it. We don't know.
And I even went as far as to like get readmitted back into the program, and they were like, nah. And I was
Rejected
like, really?
the appeal.
I just had somebody like really close to me pass away. I was going through a breakup. The COVID just happened. Like that literally just dropped up all on us, and I was like, I was like in the lowest place of my life, and they were just like not having it. And I was like, well, who does it? But it all panned out for the best. And I thought it was like one of the worst times of my life. It turned out it's like one of the most transformational times. So when you can look back at those moments and be like, that happened for a freaking reason.
Yeah, because literally in that moment you're probably like, oh my COVID, why is all this happening to me? And then later you're like, that was all happening to me. And when it's all like, I mean, it's like, oh, like good thing all those needed to be happening because it took all of that to get you to miss 1 point. God had to give you all of those things.
I wanted it so bad for me, but he was like, dude, stop. It's not meant for you.
And so what do you do now then? What's giving you value now instead of nursing? Like, it's like, okay, how did that work out in your favor? What's giving you value now?
Dude, obviously, just the opportunity to be in LA in general has been an absolutely banger. Thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah, we're killing this shit, bro.
We're killing that.
Thank you for coming.
So it's been super transformational. Not only just this location, we got beaches, all that good stuff. Like it's just amazing to be around. And everybody gives LA a bad rap, especially back in Ohio. Everybody's like, LA is this and that and the other.
And they're not much better. I'll tell you, kind of.
Honestly, you manifest exactly who you are. Like, you'll attract exactly what you are. If you're bad energy, you'll attract that. If you're good energy, you'll attract that. So how many people in our close friend group are actually from California?
Is Kayla? I don't. Yeah, I don't think
It's so crazy. The people in LA, like, I'd say a good.
People in LA laugh.
I'd say a good like 40 or 50% of them aren't even from LA.
Yeah.
I don't have stats on that, by the way. I can't prove that.
These are just rough estimates.
But the people that we hang out with, the majority like not from.
And they're some of the best people.
They're great. They all come out here trying to live their own dream, not live everybody else's dream, trying to accustom to like what everybody else is doing. They're here doing what they're passionate about. That's what I really love. That's what I really love about it. So it's really cool. So really being, value filled for me is just really doing things like this, being here for you guys, being here for underprivileged kids, letting them know that with a strong ambition, positive mindset, and the right resources, that they can overcome the challenges of learned helplessness.
And nursing wouldn't have been able to provide you this.
Absolutely not. Yeah. So like, at the sense, whatever has given you like the most pain in your life, think about how you can like help the younger version of you.
Yeah,
and really like hone in on that and manifest something that can provide value for other people that were in your situation, because the best person that you can provide value to is the younger version of you, so you can find that crowd of who you were in that situation and like just help them out. Exactly. Bridge the gap for the valley so they don't have to go through it.
Yeah, which is what we're trying to do with VibeCheck and be there for you guys. Literally my moment, just like straight up, I just thought like, hey, good communication, I should probably be in sales. I think my dad did a little sales, but he was an accountant, and then he was like the CEO of his company. I remember seeing that one video? Yeah, the CEO of my company. But it was pretty much when I made this music video in Kent, where I pretty much for the GMAs of the Greek Music Awards, I made this music video, Uptown Funk, and then when I saw, because pretty much like, I gotta make this quick. I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. I hadn't had a picture of my parents since I was like a kid, maybe like 10 years old. And I was like, I want a picture with them. And if I won this philanthropy, I would get this big trophy. And I'm like, if I get this trophy, I can use that as an excuse to tell my mom and dad, hey, get a picture of me. So when I made this music video and it got shown on the big screen, my mom was literally crying in my shoulders, like, oh my gosh, like she had no idea you could do it. And my dad goes, hey, Bonehead, hey, it's pretty good. And literally, I got the picture, and then they called me on stage. They put like a light on me, like the Emmys, and they didn't do it for anyone else. And then I'm like, yeah, thank you guys so much. And on stage, I realized I was like, man, this is what I want to do. And then at that point, I was like, man, I just went to college, because I was about to graduate at that point. I'm like, I just went to college and spent all this money. I don't even think I'm going to use it. And then I was doing corporate America for 6 months, doing 8 to 5. And I was just like, what the? And I was kind of not depressed. I was just very normal. I just felt like I was in a transitional period and a very long one. Mm-hmm. And I gained a little bit more weight too. I was just getting a little unmotivated. And no, it was just kind of hard, because after college, I saw this glimpse of what I wanted to really do, and it was just gone. And then I'm in sales. I'm literally doing sales, and I got a pretty good job in sales, and it's just not doing it for me. And so, pretty much that plan of even my dad, 8 to 5, he goes, Shane, you gotta go to bed early every time, be up to work. Cause I like being up late at night. I'm a very social guy, so at night when everything's shut off, there's nowhere open, no one's awake, I can really focus on my work. It gets out of hand sometimes, honestly, but it's still, there's some benefits. But I knew I wanted to do something else, and so pretty much when TikTok was becoming a thing and David Dobrik came to Kent State where we went to school, I saw that glimpse again. It was like, oh, here's a star. He's in front of me. I'm like, and he's saying how to go to LA and go on TikTok, and I'm like, I'm gonna go for it. And then here we are. So everyone have those moments where you're doing something, whether it's your job or your career, your major, whatever it may be, and you're just kind of like, yeah, like this ain't it. I don't want to do this. And then you have that moment that like flips. So yours was pretty much, it was just like in the moment of them like taking it, it's like, wait, like what's going on? And you try to get back in, they're like, no. And then over time you're realizing it. So that's more of a gradual example. It kind of came and he was able to see being here. Because he even thought he'd be moving back, but he stayed. So over time he was able to see God's plan. Mine in that moment, I had more of an immediate flip. It was like, I mean, I was on stage. It was like, I mean, it kind of shows even the way it kind of happened to us shows our different characteristics of it. Like, I'm more like, like, it'd be like, boom, and then Robbie's like more low-key, relaxed. He'll get there when he wants to get there. And it just kind of came out when I was on stage, and I realized in that moment. But here we are, our plans. Here's what's crazy with God's plan. I'm gonna wrap it up with this. I was at my own pace doing whatever. Rob was at his pace doing whatever. The stars still aligned. When we moved here, we even said back then our stars aligned, meaning whatever plan was going. And like in my life, I'm like seeing this. I'm like, what's going on in my life? And Robbie, like, we're like lost. And then God just sees this. No, this is exactly what I have. You guys see this, but if you look what I'm seeing and you hold my hand, you're staying with me. I got this for you. Because see that W at the end of the tunnel? You're going right here. But that had to happen to you, because if that bad thing didn't happen to you, you would have to go right here on this day on this road and die in a car accident. I need you to get it. Like that might sound crazy, but you have no idea. But I'm not like you literally have no idea.
I could stay here for another minute, and it could prevent me from like getting an accident.
You're right, guys.
I gotta go.
Right now. No, but pretty much it. The plan's beautiful, and if anything in life was your curveball, and you're like, this ain't it. Shut up. It might be. It might be it. And I'm telling you, it's God's plan. You can't change it, but it's the best thing you could do. Call to action would be when you're feeling lost, talk to your friends, talk to your loved ones, try to talk to God, pray. If you're not religious like that and you're having a hard time finding that faith, I can promise you one thing. When you're feeling lost, there's really nothing anyone can really say or do that can change your mindset. It's ultimately what you decide with how you feel each day. If you feel you can't go to anybody, it might be worth your time to try to pray and find that peace, because you really have nothing to lose, and we don't want you guys hurting. We don't want you guys to be struggling or lost like that. But we're trying to give you a game plan. So all I ask is at least try it out, just to, we don't have, life's too short. We don't want to be struggling here. So that being said, go ahead.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
That's it.
That's it, guys.
Oh.
That's VibeCheck episode 9. So again, when you guys see this, this is premiered a week ago, and yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And TikTok, thank you for watching. I wish we could get you guys more attention. And we didn't even talk to you guys on the live. But hey, thank you so much for the gifts. I want to really. This was too much tonight. This is by far the most we've got.
Really appreciate that.
It was amazing, and we literally said we're gonna try to keep this live shorter. And I literally, when we got the gifts, I was
it's
like,
the longest one.
I felt like I was like, oh man,
Really?
we can't.
Trying to provide the value.
We need the value. So guys, again, thank you so much. We'll see you guys.
This has been Shane Nagy and Robbie J. Bobby, and you're watching VibeCheck.
Exactly.
I had to say that.
It's a
But we love you guys, and we will see you again next week.
Oh, and we're sorry we didn't ask you guys questions. We hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah.
We didn't talk. We're going live. We didn't talk to them.
DM us.
Oh, but thank you so much for the gifts. I'm sorry. We need to talk more. We gotta do that more. Sorry.
We will.
I should have said something too.
We will do that more.
Okay.
But love you guys.
Talk to you guys
Good
soon.
night.
Take care.